So now I got another pullback here. Look at this pullback. All the way pulled back up here, right? And I'm gonna drop another line here. Now I got a chance to make another zone. Now I'm killing the game because I got all these zones now. And these zones, once you put a zone in your chart, your zone is good for infinity, man. In the past. So that means I can set up trades for the future. It's what? 220? It's February 20th. I can set up trades from now to the rest of the year with just one pair. So that means that I can make some money on this thing right here with that zone I have right now. Okay, come down here, come down, right? Where's the pullback at? Well, let me drop a little line here. So I'm trading zone to zone. I come down here, I can put one here, but that was juicy. Remember, this already happened already. So I'm just looking at to see what's happening. This is what, June 10th, 2022. This already happened already. So he's like, well, how can I use this? It's historical data that I need to use to help me trade in the future. See? So we're gonna look at resistance right here. Okay? We're gonna look at resistance. Support works the same exact way. Remember, support the floor. I'm gonna show you how I can set myself up to get some juicy trades moving forward. All right, now check it. We'll draw a little line. We can draw our thing here. Boom. Click on this here. And that's a big one there. I don't like that. Navigating TradingView could be a whole other lesson itself. All right, so I got my eyes over here. So I love to use pictures and stuff. All right, so let's just say we got right there, right? And what happened? Here it tanked. That's the goal, right? You see it hit up here, it tanked. And you ain't gotta take my word for it. Just look at the chart. Look at you. Every time you see eyes, that thing tanked. Every time. That looks like a crazy thing. All right, I got a thing right here. Look at this. So y'all didn't even tell me. I gotta go in here and flip this joint right here. This joint right here. Boom. That's another one. The eyes got that too. Right? So I'm looking at all the opportunities I got here. So, with that being said, I can continue finding more joints, right? It kept tanking. Kept tanking. Until I got down here, right? That's where it started to reverse. So it went from here all the way down here. And then the buyer is saying, hey man, you've had this long run of sales. Guess what? We coming in the neighborhood to take over. And I got the rocket ship right here. Boom. The rocket ship right there, right? And you see the rocket ship went up. But it pulled back. See? Pulled back. And what happened? Well, kind of tanked down here. Remember, that was one of the other levels. That was one level. But we got that nasty level down here, right? So even though this is a good spot, right, it still continued to drop after it pulled back. So I got another level right here. Boom. Right? And I can put my lips right there. Right? Boom. And then eyes, get it right here. Right? Eyes right there. Boom. So it didn't quite take off rocket ship wise. It took off here. The buyers are here. So they let the buyers come in a little bit, but then it's still a seller's market because you see it's still tanking. Till it got down here. And you see that down here is where the big boys are. These are buyers. They're like, you know what? We're done. We're going to let you come down here, right? So they came down here, and it came here. I can put another line there, right? Put a line here. Right there. Close to that area. Came down here and rejected on the floor. Came all the way. It's like I just throw this on the floor. Bounce on the floor. It came up here. Like bouncing a basketball. It came up here. I got to denote that with another line here. With the lips. Boom. Then that joint came all the way down here. It rejected right in here, about 1625. It came back again and rejected. And what happened? It went to the moon. Did it not? So I gotta find my rocket ship. Then what happened from there? So the ellipses are entry points into the market. And then at that point, you're swing trading. Swing trading is holding trades over for days. And what you're doing, this is what? Thursday, right? Took off on Thursday, Sunday, 2022, and it went all the way up. That is Sunday, November 6th, 2022. That was 2 years ago. How long did this trend go? How long did the trend go? All the way up here, all the way up to here. But then it retraced, right? Retraced, down to this level here, another level that we already had already, right? And it went back up, right? All the way up to here. Came back down and it made that super high. That's May 4th. So that thing went from, let's put a line there real quick. Yeah, horizontal line, vertical line. So from May 3rd, let's go back on, that's rocket ship area, right? Boom, over here. That joint went from November 6th of 2022 all the way up all the way till May 3rd, May 3rd, 2023. Then you see it rejected and what? It tanked, right? Hit rejection, tanked all the way down to here. Wow, there's a gap right there too. Ooh, man, that's a whole different story, boy. Gap trading will get you paid. It's a whole different lesson, man. You get that lesson down the road. Don't forget gap trading. You see me out there in the streets asking me about gap trading, I'm telling you, gap trading is the way to get paid, my brother. So, we explain that a little later. All right, so you're down here, and now we've got these levels here, right? I can draw a zone here. That beautiful zone right there. So, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means when price comes in these zones and they reject, I'm looking for a trade. So let's go to where we are currently, right today, February 20, 2024. All right, so where am I right now? I'm right here. What do you see on that chart right there? I'm currently right now, you can see I'm current because I got my time right here. This is a 4-hour candle and there's 2 hours and 53 minutes left on this candle before it closes. The market just opened up. The gold markets open up. Commodities, metals open up at 6 p.m. They close between 5 and 6 to do things in the background. Who the hell knows? They making charts, they planning the war, I don't know what they do. But they come out, boom, at 6 p.m. Eastern time. That's when the Asian market opens up, 6 p.m. Eastern time. You know Asia, but that's our time here. So I'm looking at this chart right there. I'm like, okay, what is it doing? Well, it came in this zone here, and it made a little bitty. It wicked right here. See that? It didn't go further than that. Let's open it up. I drew this little half line here to show you that it wicked. See that little wick right there? It rejected. It rejected right here. Let's move this out the way. And I'm gonna draw a little arrow right here. This candle right here rejected. It came down, and what happened? It reversed. It reversed right here. So that candle is reversal right here. It reversed at 10 a.m. on February 14th, which was just like last week. So that's when New York opens up at 8 o'clock. So gold, which we're looking at, gold moves in New York, 8, 9, 10 a.m. It also moves in Asia, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., might get a little run. And it also runs in London at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. But for this sake, we're looking at it at 10 o'clock. So I'm trying to set up a trade for this week because I want to get some dough. All right, how do I do that? Okay, now look where I'm at. Well, you say, oh, you know what? You drew a half line here, right? You drew a little half line here. Boom. To denote that, oh, that's not that. That's my vertical line. I don't want that. I come here to the ray. Ray's here, boom. And now I went up here, and what happened? It had this little bullish run, and it stopped right here. It stopped. They got you. Blocked it. So I'm gonna draw another ray right here to show rejection. Right? Rejection. I'm gonna put it right here on top of this line right there to match it up right here, because that's when the trade reversed. So now I'm here. So what do you see? I see these 3 little red candles. Well, what happened here? I saw 3 little red candles here in the reverse. What is this? This is an uptrend, right? And a trend line will show you the uptrend, right? Trend line is here. Clearly see the uptrend. I won't need this for right now. So what I'm looking for is a retracement, a pullback. If this thing pulls back to here, that's a strong zone. That's a buy zone right there. right? Because you see it wicked here and it went up. It came in here, went up. If it bounces off this zone here, this was a serious banker's candle. It blew by that zone. It came over here, didn't quite, it wicked into it, then went the other way. So what I'm saying is that this zone here is a buy zone. It's support. It shows support and resistance. It shows support on this side going up and resistance the other way. But when I'm looking at right here, is I would want to see it. Then I got other little wicks in here too. Look at this. If you really want to get deep into it, you can come here and find some more rejections there in here. Right there's rejection, right? So it's possible that you could be trading in this zone. This zone here is 2030 to 2014. I'm sorry, 2008. That's the price what gold is. So gold right now is at 2023. The high was 2030. It wicked there. So what you can do also is draw another zone. A little zone, a little bitty, itty bitty zone right there. Right? Using the wicks on the body of the candle. So that means when it came here, it rejected. So if I was trading this, I would have entered right here on this candle right here, and I would have been holding the trade for 2 days. So it's bearish right now, right? So I'm expecting this to either go here, or I would love for it to continue down to the other zone here. And then it could come to that zone and reject off. It's like an airport. You go to the airport, you see all these directions for flyers. They fly into Chicago, fly to Detroit. Or when they do in Florida, we live in Florida, we have hurricanes all the time. And hurricane paths, you see them paths, it's going over to the west coast of Florida. It's going over here. It's going to dip through Orlando. Then go to North Carolina. It's going to go way over to NIC and come back up and come to the Brothers of Atlanta and then come up that way and do that. So it's all these paths. So we don't know the paths. We can predict it. I can't say, you know what? This price is going over here. I don't know that. So I use the data from the past to help me predict where I think market's going to go. So if the market comes to this level right here, I'm looking to buy unless it breaks this level. It have to break, that level of 2014. It have to break the level of 2014, retest the level, and then continue breaking down. Then I was like that, and then that trade that I had for buy, I got to throw out because price action is something else. Price action is the way price moves. And what I do, I looked at the price action of the last 4 years. I looked at how it moved. We showed you how it rejected at these points. So I'm waiting for the market to come to my neighborhood so I can hang out with him. I don't want to be on the east side, he way over there. I ain't chasing the market. The market comes to me. I'm not running down the, you get the flight. You want to be there 2 hours for the flight takeoff. If you running down to the tarmac, the plane's taking off. You missed your flight. Can I get another flight? You missed a trade. So now I got to sit back and wait for the next trade. That's cool, but you missed your flight. So I want to be there on time. So right now where I'm at right here is I'm on time. Yeah, I missed this little move, but look at that. This is the current market we're looking at. A current market, 220.24, right? You can see the candle is live. We on a live market right now. So if you were trading with me, I would tell you, okay, you know what? We need to look on the higher time frame. We could dip to the lower time frame and find another entry, which I will. But at this point, I'm waiting. So I got this here. Now, what could happen is it could come down here and say, I don't like this area right here. I can draw another zone, right? And it can come down here and reject. It can come here, right? Boom. And reject and go the other way. Could do that. It can come back and retest this area. So if that happens, then I'm looking for another entry. I was like, you know what? Okay, you go do that. I'll wait. And then I'll wait in the waiting room. And if it comes there, I'm waiting to sell. So at that point, you can put in a sell limit. A sell limit is an order that's prepared in advance. You can do a limit, buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop, or you can buy right now or sell right now. What they call putting the order in like right now. You trade right now. I want to sell. I'm pushing the button right now. That's the order. When you press buy now, sell now, your order is entering the market at that point. Boom. But I'm over here looking ahead. So I'm thinking sell limit. because a sell limit here will give me the opportunity. If price comes back up to this area, right? Sometimes the sell limit won't get hit. That's okay. So I'm gonna go sell limit, right? Because what if I put my order in, like ordering Domino's, right? You put it in, right? They'll say it's gonna take 30 minutes to get there. What if you never get it? You call them up, say, man, I put an order in 30 minutes ago. Oh, well, you know what? We're making this extra pizza. Oh, it's gonna take a couple of hours. Might take a couple of days. Okay, I'll go with that. So that order that I have right here might not come in 4 hours. It might come in a couple of days, depending if price gets there or not. So if I put a sell limit there, I'm good, because I can just let that roll right there, boom, right, and it kind of go from there. I'm also going to put a buy limit down here too, because you're wondering, why are you putting a buy limit here? Because I'm getting ready for the market to come back to this level here. If it comes here, what am I looking for? I'm looking for it to go this way. Rejection and buy up. So this way I put a buy limit here. Okay. On the buy limit here. Buy limit is based on my analysis saying that I believe that price will come down here and it could reject, or it could continue, right? I have another arrow, it could continue all the way down, and then reject and go that way that it's going to go that way up here, see? Boom. So it's different paths. Or that thing may say, you know what? I ain't feeling this level, Jay. So I'm gonna break the level, right? That means it's broken past the level, boom. Then I could retest the joint, right? And then I could break it down and come to this other level here. That's retest right there, retest. Because I'm coming back to that level. I'm coming back to the neighborhood. I left the neighborhood, coming back to the neighborhood, see what the brothers are doing. And now I got the brothers and we're gonna leave the neighborhood. So I'm here and I come down to here. So that's my thing. So that is a trading plan right here. I'm waiting for price. But you say, no, Jay, I want to get into a trade right now. No, you can't do that. The game is patience, man. The game is patience. You must have patience in this game. You must sit on your hands and wait, right? So let's say, for example, I did catch this trade at the top of this joint right here. Let's say, you know what? It's time to trade right here. It's true. I'd have been in a trade for every candle is 4 hours. That would have been a 12-hour trade. So I already got in at 10 a.m. That's this morning. Oh, snap. All right? 10 a.m. this morning, I've been in trade till now. That's swing trading. That's holding trade. More than 5-6 hours. So let's say I go down to the lower time frame. Remember, I'm on a 4-hour time frame. I go down to the 15-minute time frame. What does 15-minute time frame mean? Every candle is 15 minutes. See that right there? So how much time do I have on this candle? I got 11:58. So now I come over here and find a perfect entry. That's like you see the movies, right? You seen what's the cat name? Wahlberg in the sniper movie, right? He got a sniper joint, right? And he like 5 million miles away. And you know the president's there, whatever else. He 5 million miles. You know how they got to test the bullet in the wind, in the trajectory, all that stuff. A sniper entry. That means that dude got one chance to hit that target. One chance. He 5 million miles away. He got one chance because if the wind might be off, he might shoot it and the wind take it over here and miss the target like 2 miles. Or if it's perfect trajectory. So this will be a sniper entry. Rewind. I'm on a 4-hour time frame, right? I'm got my candle to close. I'm ready to go in at 10 a.m. So 9:45, 9:30 in the morning, I'm doing my analysis. Boom. I come over here and say, yo, this is a perfect entry right here because it's hit that joint, right? That resistance, and now it's going to turn around. So boom, I come to 15-minute time frame. I come down to a lower time frame. So now I'm using multi-time frame analysis. What the heck does that mean? Multi. different time frames. Because I'm going to see what the time frame is doing. So the 4-hour time frame is tanking. You can clearly see, let's open it up. Red candles are selling. You see it's selling down a little bit. It's a little sell going on. So what's happening on the lower time frame? Well, let's put the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame is still selling, right? You got some green candles there, but it still is selling a little bit, right? I dropped to the 15-minute time frame. So the 15-minute time frame gives me all these entries, all these little candles. Remember, how many candles are in an hour? 1, right? 1. How many candles are in an hour on a 15-minute time frame? 15, 30, 45, four candles. So how many candles I have here to get this trade? More than 10. So I can wait, and my patience has been delivered. My patience paid off. So now I can find me an entry anywhere in here and write it down, right? So I'd have been in this trade at 10 o'clock. I would have been holding the trade from 10 all the way to 7 o'clock. And I would be still in this trade if I would take that trade at that point. But since I did not get in the trade at that point, I got to wait. So I go to the higher time frame, and I have my analysis, right? I wait. And the beautiful thing about trading views, you can set alerts. So when this candle hits this line, I might get an alert to my phone or else over on my computer and say, hey, you know what? This candle is hitting this area. That's like if I'm on the block, my man's coming up, he telling me I'll be at 10 o'clock. So I don't see him. Alert goes off, I don't see him. Where he at? Oh, he didn't come through. But here, or maybe he's late. We don't know. But here the candle's coming through, right? So we gotta wait. So I got a buy limit and sell limit. I got a buy limit right at the top of the zone. But sometimes it's cool to put your buy limit inside the zone. So it comes in the zone, plays around in the zone, see what's happening, and then it goes the other way. Again, price gonna do what they're gonna do. You can't control that. All you gotta do is react to it. Like I said, I'm not going out looking for the information. I'm waiting for the information to come here. I'm sitting here like this, and I'm waiting for price to come to me. I ain't chasing all these women. I ain't chasing everything else. I'm waiting for price to come to my neighborhood so I can look at it and then make a distinction. Am I going to take this trade? Right now, I'm not trading gold right now. Right now, I'm waiting. I don't have to jump in the trade right now. But I would have jumped in this trade if I was trading this on a 15-minute time frame and I was here at this circle. The train is left, so I'm just preparing for the next train to come. So that is really support resistance, but we dealt more with on the resistance side, but it worked the same way. Everything here is on the top. It's on the top for resistance, but it works the same way as support. If I'm waiting to see where price is going to go. So you would want to say, well, you know what? When price comes down, these lower levels down here, way down here in the basement, this is the 4-hour time frame. If it come way down here, I'm definitely waiting to buy, right? If you see what it did down here, let's see. Well, another key is finding where the price is. There, my people, the candle right there. See where they were. So what happened when price came here? What happened when it came down to the basement? That's not even the basement. That's down here someplace, right? Down here. What happened when it came down here? When price came all the way down here, what did it do? It bounced off, went the other way. So I would be waiting for trades here. I'm just sitting here waiting, drink some coffee, hanging out with the boys, and waiting. And when price come right there, I'm like, oh my God, that is going to be a beautiful entry if it stays the course. And gold is very predictable because gold don't be moving around here and there. Gold loves support resistance. So if you can find a spot in the markets that it right here, boom, you're going to fly. You clearly see that it hit right here, 1, 2, 3, and it took off. And it actually made a triple bottom. Triple bottom is came here, 1, came up, 2, came up, 3, and then to the races. That's price action right there. So if you get a triple bottom and gold is doing what she need to do, you're going to get a nice trade. So that's when you look at, support and resistance. And that is the oldest, one of the most freshest strategies you can do. A newbie can get that. A newbie, I got a 13-year-old niece. She said, "Yo, Jay, I understand support resistance. I know when I was going to the shot, you blocked my shot. That's resistance, right? I put that thing on I pinned the ball against the glass, or we chilling on the floor, right? Dribbling the ball, right? Ball ain't gonna go to the floor. Sometimes it might. If it does, that means it broke that level. That's what these do in the price action. So again, babypiff.com is a great resource for information. And you can see what happened. What does it say here? One thing to remember is that support resistance usually are not exact numbers. And you see, they're not exact numbers here. They're all over the place. I got one at 1727, one at 1681, down here at 1630, all these different numbers, right? So you can see why that is right there. You see that. To help you filter out these fake breakouts, you should think of support resistance more of zones rather than concrete numbers. Remember, fake out. What is a fake out? A false breakout. That's like a rhyme. I didn't mean to say that, but that's how it went down. So anyway, here we go. Support, resistance, breakdown. Came up here, it crashed through. Came back to retest, and then came back. That's known as roll reversal. Now, we didn't talk about that, but we did talk about the zones. And when I first started trading, I said, I'm going to trade zone to zone. That's zone to zone. Zone to zone, right? These are zones, right? And we come over here, boom, right? Over here, boom, boom, right? So now these levels are straight. In fact, I'm gonna lock it down. So it's lock it down, and then I can use this drawing for future trades. Why do a beautiful chart and not use it? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna do. So, hello, I'm gonna check it out right here. I'm gonna put my buy limit. I'm already ready to go because I trade not only on the computer, but I trade on the phone too. I don't know if I can show this on the phone. That's what I'll do that. Oh, that trade's going pretty bad. Well, you take some losses, take some good ones. It's all good. But I also manage my trades on my phone too, on my MetaTrader 4. Okay, I'm in the current trade right now with gold. I'm up 44% on one. And I'm down $25 on another one because it's telling me to buy. And you can see why. It's selling, right? The market's selling, right? But that's another robot I'm using. This robot is not doing too well. But on another account I had, right, it actually did pretty good. Not that account. What account was that? Over here. I took a nice fat. Now it's not doing too good. Ooh. I had a trade on EURNZD, that's Euro New Zealand dollar. Like, what? What the heck is that? EURNZD. GBP JPY. And the last thing I had, you had to go overseas. So that's the Great British Pound and the Japanese Yen.